Hello, everybody. Yeah, it's the end of an era. We'll get to that right after this.
Hello and welcome to The Tech Boy, This Week in Tech podcast. Hello and welcome.
Hello, everybody. It's the end of an era. I had an entire monologue planned about the stupid social media ban that is in effect in Florida and that Ron DeSantis signed in. Love him, hate him. It bans the use of social media for teens under the age of 16. I had an entire rant to go up on, but its effects have been felt on me personally. So let's get into this. So, uh, Florida-based social media website, NTB, you guys, true fans who just don't know it, has deactivated the accounts of all people under the age of 18, including me. I was one of the most prolific users, starting off November 8th, 2022, and ending on this terrible day of March 3rd, March 30th, 2024. God bless you all, anyone who's out there who's listening. But let's get into the rant for all the other kids in Florida on how this social media ban is. Wow, we already got a comment? Wow, I can't believe it. Hi. Anyway, social media ban. Ron DeSantis thinks he can actually ban social media for teenagers under the age of 16 in Florida, and that is absolutely hilarious. Okay, first of all, this law is stupid. Second of all, as they say in Kidsboro, kids are resilient. We are like weeds. Okay, from a technological standpoint, which is the same problem with the TikTok ban, how on earth are you going to prove that someone's 16? Kids do not have IDs. Okay, kids can't vote. They don't have IDs. How on earth are you going to prove that they're 16? Second of all, oh really? How on earth are they going to prove that they're not in Florida? Instagram, Facebook, Meta, X do not care about how old you are on their site. Okay, if they get more people, no matter if you're 1 or 100, you will get they will get revenue. They don't care who's on their site. So they're just going to do the bare minimum of an age check, maybe a location check, or whatever. But as I said, kids are like weeds. They are resilient, according to Kidsboro books. Right? They will not just sit idly by in a state where it's illegal to use phones in school, apparently public schools, in a state where it's illegal to use social media applications until you're 16, which first of all, A, they can't prove it, B, they can't even prove that you're in said state, and C, I mean, totally so many loopholes. Just get someone who's older sign up and then let someone else who's younger use it. The possession of Instagram, TikTok, Facebook is not a felony. It's not illegal to possess it. It's illegal for them to give it to you. Because if they enacted a law that said, "Hey guys, banning if you're seen accessing this website application, then then you're going to jail. Then I mean, you might as well just round up all the Gen Z and run to jail." And I know what you're going to say. Social media is bad for kids, and it's terrible on their mental health and blah blah blah. Wonk, wonk, wonk. But if it wasn't for social media, well, in NTB, I wouldn't have learned the things that I learned. I wouldn't have this closure, which could happen to lots of Florida teens. So I'm experiencing it myself. This closure of the accounts is basically like deleting all of your best friends and never seeing them again. It's like, and I'm against journals for security reasons. It's like taking your journal and burning it. It is literally some of the only ways that some teenagers can find connection with each other. some teenagers do not have phones to connect with each other, and sitting here without a collection of friends that I can talk to, and having it be deleted. And I know teens in Florida are probably going through this as well if they're being forced to comply with the stupid law, which, as I've heard from some sites, that if you feel like a law is unjust, you're not supposed to comply with it or something like that. So, uh, uh, you cannot rip teenagers away from their friends. I mean, this law is stupid. A, you can't prove it. That, and B, it's pointless. And C, it's going to have devastating effects on teenagers who've been ripped away from their friends just by a law. And I mean, it's not like they're accessing drug and illegal gory websites, which I know some teenagers do. And those websites should be banned and blocked, and maybe be constituted as illegal. I'm not against banning certain types of websites, but I mean, deleting social media applications for teens just because you don't want them to access it, it just seems unfair. And you guys, if I was back on NTV, I know I'd get lots of flack for this belief. I know I would. I know I would get criticized for this, just like when I criticized parental control applications and slammed them as malware in October. This this is my true belief. I believe that sometimes social media is a waste of time. Yes, but if most teenagers are using them, apparently Instagram and Snapchat, at least at my school and church, are the number one chat applications because no one really uses SMS. SMS is expensive and insecure. Uh, I'm just not in favor of banning it. I mean, and this brings me to my next topic, which is this book I was reading in school. It's somehow related. It was related in my brain, but this book written in 1987 about 14s and their parents, about I think it's called How to Raise Teen, How to Live with Your Parents Without Going Crazy or something like that. And I mean, this book has been a source of comedy. And I wish you could find an updated version that has stuff about social media and the internet. Uh, but as I'm finding the book, I'm just gonna say that this ban is stupid. Okay, it is technologically infeasible to enforce. Second of all, no one's really gonna care about the enforcement of the ban. Oh yes, here it is. Ken Davis, How to Live with Your Parents Without Losing Your Mind. It has an updated cover on Amazon, but I'm pretty sure it's the same stuff on the inside. And it's going to cause intense loneliness, feelings that I'm going through right now. Well, if the ban actually worked, like, I mean, sure, but it won't work. There are ways you can get around it, easy ways you can get around it. But anyway, here's the book, How to Live with Your Parents Without Losing Your Mind. It is absolutely crazy. Okay, first of all, one of the compromises it said was that if you really want to go to a party, you should tell your parents. Remember when Adventures in Odyssey came out, 1987, you should tell your parents that, I can't believe I'm saying this, that as a compromise, that you'll be home by 12. Yes, you heard me right. Sorry if you think I'm glitching. I said that you'll be home by 12, and in the context, they mean midnight. Okay, 12 a.m. First of all, that is not a compromise. What on earth are you in 1987 or in 2024 doing out at midnight at a party? And second of all, okay, from my perspective here, which all you interviewers will know is completely and totally true. If I tried to pull that, like the net chance of that happening, okay, is equivalent to the net chance of teenage dating relationships succeeding. which is the net chance of me being able to invite a friend from school to my house, which is the net chance of someone rebuilding a bridge out of sticks who doesn't have an engineering degree and expecting the car to go across it without the car falling in. All this to say that's a net chance of zero. Even this book, which is crazy. Okay, I mean, if you think that's crazy point in this book, when it gets to the section on dating, I was thinking, okay, the obvious thing would be to ban it. Right. Well, of course, you can't say that because, as they're saying, kids, well, kids are like weeds. They are resilient. That's probably be the title of this episode. Kids are resilient. They will get past your little Florida social media ban. They will get past your little parental control applications. They will get past any and every restriction that you put in front of them. So I know that you couldn't just outright ban it. But I mean, the way that he calls dating, which this is a direct quote from the book, or at least as I remember it, quote, dating should be a series of really good friendships. And I say to that, absolutely not. This book, okay, is admitting that dating is going to set you up for failure. Oh yes, this is how it links into the social media story. The same people who say that you should date because it gives you the experience on who you should potentially marry, which is code for yes, we know you're going to fail. Yes, we know that it's not going to work out. We're just letting you have the experience of it. Are the same people probably who do not want you on social media. And what I have to say to this is that if you put a 13-year-old, and I mean, I'm using your logic, okay? This is not my logic, okay? You say, hey, you take an 18-year-old and say, okay, no social media until you turn 18, until you like are mature enough to use it. Shouldn't you do the same thing for dating? A series of friendships, a series of really good friendships, which means you're admitting that it's going to fail. And that is just stupid, in my opinion. Okay, think about it like this. Let's take two 15-year-olds. That's ninth, 10th grade, right? Maybe even 11th, if you may. Um, so 9th, 10th, 11th grade, depends on the age. 15, 16-year-olds, two 15-year-olds. Okay, so you got the girl and you got the boy. Okay, and they come together and they say, hey, we're going to date each other, which essentially means that, which according to this book, I think the reason you want to date is because you have emotions that you can't control or something stupid like that. I don't know. I don't really remember. I just like skim reading because it's kind of really funny and didn't make any sense either in 1988 or in 2024. Okay, so you're taking two people with two different backgrounds, two different beliefs, different sets of parents or guardians, whatever, different rules, right? And you put them together and you say, hey, look, what does this mean opposed to friendship? Then dating, like what? Like you're gonna hug each other in the hallway, but you don't hug each other else in the hallway, or if you get caught at the school dance or homecoming or whatever, you can only dance with this person or something like that. First of all, when you're 15, there is no point. That's right. There is no goal in sight to dating. There's no goal. Like you're not gonna get married. I'm sorry. That's life. Like in most states, it's illegal. So and that is a law that you can't circumvent. You can't just be like, unless you like switch states or whatever, and you still need parental consent. You, so you have no goal to just wander around with this person, right? And then you have all these different rules and sets of backgrounds and clashing. And since you're dating each other, you're going to be trying to, spend more time with each other. And on top of that, it's not like a normal friendship where it's just like for you and your friends to, hang out and do stuff, whatever normal kids do. In fact, we have like entire paid papers on what normal kids do and how to hang out with them and whatever. Which, I mean, now that NTP is down for us, I mean, that sent our zero chance down to even smaller or bigger zero chance, depending on how you look at that. Yeah, because most kids, they can go hop on Instagram or Facebook or whatever, MySpace, and say, hey, I need your help, and take Instagram polls, but that's probably not something I can really do. Yeah. Anyway, so you take these people from different backgrounds and different beliefs and everything, and you put them together. You say, hey, you now you have to control those emotions. You have to love me until like I'm 21, and now you can legally marry each other, or 18 or whatever. And then, uh, yeah. I mean, the chance that it's going to work out is zero. The chance that it's going to work out is the same chance of me going and inviting some kid who goes to my school to come here. I mean, the chance of that happening is 100%. I can control that. The chance of a teenage dating relationship working out would be the exact same chance of them saying yes and it actually happening. Okay, that's probably like 50, maybe 40, 20, 10% chance that people would say yes. It's like a 0% chance that it would actually happen. Now, a teenage dating relationship working out, which the goal of dating is obviously marriage, right? Because if you're just dating for fun or whatever, like I don't get it, just be friends. But the same people will say, hey guys, just a date so you know who you want to marry later. Which, I mean, if both people are going into the assumption that they're dating just so they can know who they're going to marry later, then, like, you're just aimlessly wandering around looking for a breakup, in my opinion. That, yeah. So, yeah, this book is hilarious. The advice in it is, whatever. And as we were talking about kids are resilient, kids are like weeds. They will resist a social media ban. They will resist dating bans and TikTok bans and any other thing that you try to ban and parental control applications. And I don't know if anyone's listening to this or whatever. Well, to the one person who may be still listening to this really boring show that no one cares about. Paws and Tails came out today. I listened to a little bit as I was coming back home from the robotics competition, which I guess I can tell you the story of my last NTV post. It's interesting if anyone cares or not. So Paws and Tails came out, and the actors sound a little bit different. Sounds like they got some of the original actors back, but the announcer sounds different. Some of the other actors and actresses sound different. There's 5 episodes are going to be coming out, so this is episode 70. So they're going to get to episode 74, so that's great. That's great. God bless them. I haven't finished the episode yet because I wanted to get straight to you guys. And I guess I can tell you the story of the last post, which was basically some kid was running around, dragging me around the robotics convention. And he said it was Black History Month. The time of recording this, it is March. Okay, so it's not even Black History Month. Which, even if it was Black History Month, that's a terrible excuse for what he did. He ran around and said to one of the people and said, "Hey, it's Black History Month. Give me $1." And someone actually gave him $1, which is kind of sad. I told that's basically a scam at this point. Yeah. So. Yeah. Hopefully, someone's out here listening. This isn't just an echo chamber of me yapping around. Someone said I graduate from Yappington University, top of my class or whatever. And I said I'm a professional yapper because I should get paid to do this. I'm trying to start affiliate marketing, I guess, because we're really looking forward to the path for the Galaxy S24 Ultra. Hopefully we get that for schooling so I can tape a news video on it, which is so exciting. Speaking of exciting, the most exciting technology website on the internet. I mean, hey guys, do you think I should start a social media website? I mean, here we go. Here we go. Here's the most exciting tech website on the internet. Top post is downloading Instagram followers of any account for free. Congratulations. And I'm truly glad for the memories that we had, flying the flag, writing articles, and I truly appreciate you guys. Here we go. We got our first ever completely AI written article, except for the God bless and what's it called? God bless and tech talk to you later thing, and the disclaimer that this was written by Microsoft Copilot. So thanks to Copilot for writing this article for us. It's about the Galaxy Tab S6 Lite 2024. That's probably what we're going to use to summarize stuff online now. For AI, so probably not for like review articles, but just Samsung newsroom articles. But I don't really have I don't really need to go out there and actually post about it myself. It's pretty easy. Just summarize it. It's just a news clip, partially an ad for Samsung, unpaid, but it gets volume out there, brings traffic to the site. It's great. Oh yeah, we gotta talk about the Apple ban. the Apple. Oh, we talked about that last week. Never mind. All right, let's see. What tech videos are there out there? Ooh, someone shops like a billionaire on Timu. Style theorists. Uh, I guess we can go into a real written article. I visited the Samsung store for the first time in 2024 this year. Saw the Galaxy S24 Ultra, came for that, and I was most impressed by S24 Plus, honestly. Yes, I know this is the Galaxy S20 series. Deal with it. So I went hands-on with Samsung devices. The A54 felt is tad slower than the S24 Plus. I mean, everything felt fast in the store. It must be because everything's like stripped down and stuff. S24 also was fast. I tried to stimulate my workflow. I downloaded shortcut video editing, opened apps on proper mode, editing, recording videos, switching applications. It was a lot snappier than my phone. Is apps never crashed, and I also did stuff with the AI image generation. It's okay. It does remove that stupid watermark, but it was fine because I could crop it out. And I tried to do the AI wallpaper, but you need a Google account for it because it seems like that's actually just like a rebranded Google thing. And I didn't want to sign into my Google account on like a public Samsung phone. I also compared to budget phones, A25, A15, pretty similar, but A25 you can extract text. So that's that. Some of the staff, no offense, were not that knowledgeable of Samsung devices. They like I mean they knew stuff, but I asked them when the AI stuff would come to S23 and Z Fold 5, and like I don't know. When I asked them about Samsung Air Commands, and like, what's that? I'm like, I mean, features been on phones since like since I was 12 or something like that. Like it's kind of sad that you don't know what that is. I mean, there's a higher chance that I could work there now, even though I'm too young, then someone comes over. But I mean, hey, you guys, you want to run stats on that? Yeah, you could, and I will tell you if someone comes over. Of course, now I don't have the help and backing of the fans over at NTP, the collective intelligence, which means now we're back to talking to AA chatbots, which are notoriously bad at like trying to understand what I'm trying to say, because they're always like, "Hey, be sure to talk it out with your counselor and and and, and talk to people about the way that you are feeling and try to make a contract with your parents." And I'm like, shut up, that's not the problem. Oh my gosh, like the problems we have was like kind of complex here. That's when we do all this thinking. And we're just rambling. Oh, wait. The lighting conditions in that store are immaculate, which is a problem because you can't really try to simulate low light photography or anything like that. Speaking of photography, the Galaxy Tab S9 Ultra, the camera's pretty decent to start zooming in. There's like, ooh, the tablet is bigger than my laptop. It's pretty impressive. Yeah, Google Gemini is kind of decent, I guess. I don't know. Um, the Google Pixel XL seems like it's coming back per per Tech Odyssey, so that's great. And let's talk about the battery life, the Galaxy S24 series versus the other phone series. In the series, One Nation. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know how we're gonna advertise. I mean, half my user base came from that. I mean, we basically catered to the group over there. Uh, tomorrow's Easter. Um, Jesus rose from the dead. Make sure you go to church. God loves all of you. Um, yeah, so let's talk about the battery life, the battle of the small phones.
Paying off your locked phone.
Oh,
Break free from 3-year
get
device
past this ad. There you go.
If you want a compact phone, your choice is getting more and more limited every year.
Okay.
And right now in 2024,
All right, so we
there are
have
only
here. We got the looks like we got the Samsung Galaxy S 24 series, and then maybe the A series. Oh, no, that's the same phone. He just has two of them, so he wants to send them here. That's nice. And we got just the regular Pixel 8 iPhone. It's probably like 15 Pro, and then Asus ZenFone 9. So I mean, Android should win. I mean, it's 4 against 1. They have an 80% chance of winning. Which, I mean, if those are my statistics on getting people to come over here and do stuff, which not ChatGPT, Copilot suggested that I have people come over here and bake. Well, A/B test it. I mean, it's probably not going to be that interesting.
Few available options on the market. The Galaxy S24 is the newest, but we also have last year's Galaxy S23 now selling at a lower price.
Okay. Good for them. You know, one thing I noticed from those FLC competitions is how good, how needed a good battery life is. That's why I bought my charger, but I wish I had better battery life. And my phone's been crashing sometimes, so that's not good. Crashing phones are not good. That's a important quote for me. Another important quote is, "The gate is open, but the doors are locked." You can figure out what that means. Whatever.
Price. We also have the iPhone 15 Pro.
Okay.
Of course, Google has the Pixel 8. And finally, you have one less known phone, the Asus Zenfone 10.
Let's go.
All of them
The
are
10. Sorry. I thought that was the 9. I should be better at this.
flagship devices.
And then after this, I guess we can talk about best budget devices on T-Mobile, because I have someone who, I mean, who knows? He could be listening right now, who's trying to upgrade his Galaxy A20, and for phones under $300 to $250. And the best phone I saw was OnePlus Nord, in 300, and the specs are great, like great storage, great RAM. I was like, oh man, this phone is great. Maybe I'll get it myself. Like, the only thing different from my phone is the camera. The problem is, I think we talked about that. The chip is not that good. Well, I mean, it's probably better than the A20. Like, it beat the A20 by like 30% in processing, which should make actual day-to-day interactions good. Like day-to-day interactions on my S20 Plus, well, it's kind of slow, but they're decent. On the A20, it's like torture. I mean, that's the kind of phone you give to people that you're trying to interrogate.
With a fast chipset, fast performance. But which one has the best battery life? That's what we're about to find out right now. As we have prepared a couple of
web browsing and YouTube. I like to see some more intensive stuff, like, stuff I do, like video editing, video recording, video podcasting, video generating.
Battery tests for you. Here are the battery sizes of each device here on the table. The Galaxy S24 has a 4,000 mAh battery, slightly bigger than the S23. The iPhone traditionally has
screen went up, so
the smallest battery pack.
I wonder how they figured that out. That's super precise. 3,274. Like, Apple doesn't even advertise that. That's kind of small battery, especially for a phone that has all of that.
Less than 3,300 milliamp hours. And then
that's what the Galaxy Note 8 had back in 2017. 7-year battery technology.
Pixel actually has the biggest battery here.
Wow, big Pixel. Good for it. I wonder how much the tincture affected that decision.
4,575 milliamp hours.
Okay.
And finally, the Zenfone 10 features
again pretty good, second highest on the list. So it goes Google, Asus, Samsung, and then everyone's love them or hate them, Apple.
The 4,300 milliamp hour battery,
which I've had to defend about the Vision Pro from people and stuff like that in the antitrust case. That's you might as well call me the Apple fanboy.
With all of this in mind, let's see what the actual performance on these phones is. And for that, we start with our first web browsing battery test. Now, before we start the test,
what website is this? Phonearena.com.
I guess this is an ad. To the same setting, so we have equal conditions. And
what is this? Phone Arena has news?
We run the same web pages over a Wi-Fi connection until the battery dies. Simple. So this is
probably their internal test website, because I doubt that they have news on Phone Arena.
Test looks like. And for brevity's sake,
that is obviously, what is this, Vox?
We don't show you the full test run here because it takes long hours, but we'll only show you the actual results.
Ooh,
so let's go ahead and zip forward to the boring part and end right here.
Okay, let's just give a rundown on the browsers they're using. All of them are using Chrome, except for the iPhone, which is using Safari. It'd be kind of interesting to see if they use all the default browsers. So say they use Samsung Internet on Samsung's phone, iPhone, Safari obviously on the iPhone, and then Chrome on the Asus, or with. I wonder if ASUS and Opera could cooperate like that, red and stuff. It'd be interesting. Or they could just all use Chrome, like make iPhone use Chrome, something like that. But no, replicate one thing or whatever. Anyone talking? Ariel Smith, are you still watching? Who are you?
We see the black screen on the first phone.
And this news is old. I think you can't impeach a president who's not president anymore, can you? I think.
That is the iPhone 15 Pro, which finishes with a score of 14 hours and 54 minutes.
Oh, this is about how it died. Dang, that'd be a long video. 14 hours of just scrolling, which I wonder how the Samsungs did performed because they have LTPO.
Which is about the average for this test. Okay. Good, but not great. So let's keep on going, and
I think
stop when the next phone taps out. And that is the Galaxy S23.
Okay,
Time on the clock is 15 hours and 21 minutes, so slightly better than the iPhone, but
I'm going to say Pixel's going to die.
So let's keep on going, and
I think Samsung, the optimization
see another phone die.
Is going to...
And flip it over, it's the Google Pixel 8.
Oh my gosh, I am him. Predictions, 2 right in a row. Yes.
Finishing the test with a score of 15 hours and 39 minutes.
Okay, I think
at
the
this point, we only
ASUS
have
is
2 phones
this
left.
Thing.
So let's see whether the Galaxy S24 can beat the Zenfone or not. So we zip forward, and the answer is no.
Told ya, man, great. 3 for 3.
Galaxy is the next phone to die, and time on the clock is 16 hours and 18 minutes.
ASUS just has the smallest screen out of all of them, 5.9 inches, plus they're designed to be small, and they have a larger battery than the Samsung S24. I mean, you could do all the kind of battery optimization that you want, which is why, Samsung beat the Pixel, even though it has a larger battery, and Samsung beat Samsung because it has a larger battery and better software. But you cannot beat the sheer grunt and powers per watts and just like, this is just designed to be the S24 Plus, like, little squeeze. This is designed from the ground up to be a small phone.
Now, this is a good score, nearly an hour and a half more than the iPhone, but not enough to win this test. Now, previously, we have seen that the Zenfone 10 has great endurance, and this seems to be the case again. We have to wait and wait and wait, and finally, the Zenfone 2 also dies with, wait for it,
20?
An incredible score of 27
hours.
Oh
my gosh! Fuck. Okay, let's put this in context. 27 hours, 18 minutes. That is more than a day of web browsing just sitting there. I assume on Wi-Fi. Okay, and putting this in context, that is twice the iPhone. So you could go to like 2 iPhone 15 Pros and have the equivalent of the Zenfone. Okay. For the Samsung, I'm going to talk about the S24 Plus here. That's about, oh my gosh, 11 hours more. So that's like a day and a half more. No, not a day and a half. Like half a day longer than the Samsung. And then just for the Pixel, basically the same thing. Just amazing.
In 28 minutes.
That is what a phone is designed from the ground up to be a small phone looks like. When that endurance is crazy. Of course, it's just a web browsing test on an internal website that reloads the same stuff. So it's probably, the browser's probably cached whoever's in there over Wi-Fi, and 16 hours is like more than enough. But 27 hours, 18 minutes. Wow.
This is a record score not just for a compact phone, but for any size phone. And we don't know what magic the Zenfone is pulling to achieve that.
I mean, look at this. Oh, it's kind of...
But it definitely works. And here's once again a chart recapping the scores for all the phones in this test.
Yeah, and I was most impressed by the S24 Plus at the Samsung store, by the way. But I mean, I think we might pivot. Yeah, I think we might change our hashtags from PAV to S24 Ultra to PAV to S24 Plus.
All right, we have this one test behind. We have one more, YouTube video playback. And for this test, we run...
All right, for video playback, who do I think is going to win this thing? Okay. Okay, so it's going to be an Android phone, obviously. I mean, Apple, unfortunately, has everything working against it. First of all, it has the smallest battery, right? It has the largest screen-ish, one of the largest screens in this test, like it's the average here. It's also using YouTube, which is not an Apple application, so it's not like optimized for Apple Silicon. It's just, it's an app. So it's going to be one of the Android phones that's going to win this thing. Samsung may win because of their LTPO display technology. Google, I don't think they can optimize well enough to beat out Samsung on the video playback. But ASUS, they could pull this through.
From the same YouTube playlist on all of the phones, measuring the time it takes for a full drain. So once again, we have all phones.
Okay, so let's think about this. The ASUS has a smaller screen. Look at this. Look at the bezels on that thing. The playback could actually, this test could be defined, because it's not scientific. If, say, the phone speakers are better, then 50% of a phone speaker, let's say the iPhone speakers are better than, say, the Pixel. If the iPhone speakers are better than the Pixel and is using 50%, then it's using more power for the same percentage that they put on for the video audio test. Second of all, the screen, I don't know how many hertz this will refresh at. I know for the iPhone, it's probably going to be 60 or 120. But for the Android phones, I'm not sure if they'll do any magic.
Charged up, ready to go, and we kick off this second test. So I personally watch a ton of YouTube videos. It's a bit of an addiction, and I bet many of you will be curious about the results from this test. So let's once again skip forward until the first phone dies to see the results. And first, the black screen appears on the Apple iPhone.
Oh, called it! My goodness, I should have made a Watch Madness bracket. Perfect record right here.
iPhone 15 Pro. We flip it over and mark 6 hours and 54
6 hours! Oh my goodness.
minutes, which is a bit below the average, but still a decent score. So let's keep on going, and we have to wait for a while until we see another phone die, more than an hour after the iPhone, and it's the Galaxy S23.
Oh, so just Google's optimized applications and the larger capacity, which for us like the larger screen, just held out longer against that Galaxy S23. Which makes sense. The Pixel 8 is newer and it has more optimized software, and they can work, directly with Google, work with themselves.
Flip it over and mark the score.
Pixel's gonna lose that
6 minutes. That is a much better showing. Now let's see which one is next, and this time only a few minutes after the S23, we see the Galaxy S24 dies.
What? Oh my goodness. Okay. I'm wrong now, but now I definitely guarantee the Pixel is going to die. I wonder what the screen modes were. Because I know that, it's the same HD, but I wonder if he had it in vivid or brightness, a video or something.
Scoring 8 hours and 20 minutes. Not a huge difference between these two Samsung phones. And this time, the battle for the gold will be between the Pixel and the Zen phone.
Oh, Samsung
and you can probably already guess where this one is going. We zip forward and yes, we see the black screen now on the Pixel. So it finishes with a score of 9 hours and 36 minutes.
Right.
Definitely great for a compact phone, but not the best. So it's the Zenfone 10 that will win this one. The question is by how much exactly? And once again, we have to wait a very long while. So let's skip forward, and finally, we see the Zenfone tap out, and the final score it gets is 14 hours and
1430. I mean, with some settings, change the volume a little bit, maybe change the refresh rate, you can hit 15. But I mean, that is impressive. 5 hours, 30 minutes longer than the Pixel, and just 6 hours longer than the Samsungs. I mean, for the iPhone, that is 2.5 iPhones longer.
30 minutes. One word. Wow. The Zenfone 10 dominates the battery charts easily. Just take a look at the recap for this YouTube test. It's not even close.
Interesting filter they use here, like the old film stuff.
So what have we learned at the end of the day? Well, first we have learned that the biggest battery does not guarantee you the best battery life.
Well, I mean, Zenfone had the second biggest battery, right? Yeah, so it's kind of sad. I had to... My NTB kids, they who works for the agency, they all, I have no way of contacting them, so it's sad. Anyway, where were we? Oh, okay.
Not even close. The Google Pixel 8 has the biggest battery cell, but it is not even close to the battery life you get from the Zenfone 10. The other lesson is about the new Galaxy S24. It scored slightly higher than the previous Galaxy S23 model, that's good. And it also lasted a bit longer than the iPhone 15 Pro, but not by much. And in the grand scheme of things, this is...
Well, I mean, I wouldn't buy that for battery. I'd buy S24 Plus. It's 4,500, I believe. And S24 Ultra, 5,000 milliamp hour battery. 2 day long.
Still a one-day phone. We, however, really wish there were more phones in this category.
I mean, just change the definition of small. Make 6.5 the new 6 inches.
Phone from OnePlus would be great, for example. But it just seems that most phone makers are only focused on making...
I mean, if people bought more small phones, then they make more small phones. Capitalism.
Bigger phones these days. Now, one rumor we have just recently heard is giving us hope. Google's next Pixel 9 might be an even more compact phone, and we also cannot wait to see if Asus releases a new Zenfone 11 this summer. Anyway, that's it for the smaller phones we have right now. Let me know which one are you using and if you're happy with the battery life.
Wow. Yeah, that is great. I don't know what else we're going to talk about today. Any questions? Yeah, I'm going to stop sharing the screen here. Let's see what's happening in tech news. Maybe you can check the notifications again. Maybe let's just check out the Galaxy S. Let's go to Vosis.com. Pretty good website. Vosis.com. Here we go. Hopefully you can see this on the screen. Okay, so here's one. So we got the A20. This is like all I'm good for, apparently. So let's get the Galaxy A20, and then let's compare it to the... Hopefully someone sent us a phone. So, oh, they compare voice assistants? That's interesting. When is this? Of 2024? Okay. So I got the N300 and the A20. So the A20, over N300. Better battery, more RAM, better cameras, 1.5 times faster. Ooh, it's... Wait, no. It's the wrong phone. Sorry, guys. Okay, versus the OnePlus N30 5G. I was gonna say, like, this phone is basically the same phone, just no different skin at that point. Oh. Yes, here it is. Because you got the more modern design here. 25% more battery, better screen, 8 gigabytes RAM instead of 3. Better screen again, higher camera, 108 megapixels, 29% faster clock speed. There we go. Better front-facing camera. And you guys, if you need election, what do they call them? Campaign managers. Be sure to reach out to me. We're trying to branch out into that business of things. I think I'm pretty good at election managing. All right, we got a 120 hertz display and a headphone jack. Build quality, great. Display, great. Battery life is great. And the only thing the A20 wins on has branded damage-resistant glass. Has a radio, which, okay. The Wi-Fi version is, they don't know, so, okay. And it's lighter, but that just means that if you throw it at someone, it's not going to hurt as much. has a CMOS sensor, which is like the thing that I think it does something. It converts light to electrical sensors. Yeah, signals for cameras, I guess. Okay. And it's smaller, but that's probably because the screen is bigger. And if you want, let's do a comparison. I'm actually interested in this. If the A20 is worse than the A15, that'd be kind of interesting, don't you think? You know, this is. There we go. Let's compare. Oh my gosh! Of course, this also has more storage and the OnePlus. The A15 is better than the A20. That's crazy. Okay, let's see it. Bigger battery, bigger screen, more RAM. Wait, this is the same phone. This is literally the same phone. This is Samsung's version of the OnePlus. Is everyone doing the same thing? Better camera. Oh my gosh, faster CPU speed off the charts. 256 gigabytes of storage. Crazy. What is the A20 better at? Honestly, let's see. Branded damage. Okay, it's the same stuff. Okay. Well, there's no questions here. No one's really watching. So God bless. Tech talk to you later.